Hi guys, it's the EC121 TV show. My name is ATO and I'm excited to be here this week because we've got something so supernatural. I'm talking about something big. I've been telling you about it in the past weeks, and guess what? You're gonna have to wait a bit longer, but trust me, it's definitely worth the wait. So previously I told you it was big. I told you it's bigger. Today I'm here to tell you it's the biggest thing you can be expecting. So don't worry about that. Also, I want to say special congratulations to Mildred Asari. She was our winner of our Star Personality contest, and she's going to be on set with me today as we interview Celestine Donkor'S whilst we dine, and good conversation, good food, and I'm sorry, but we get to share that with you, and you can't eat the food, but at least you know where you can get some, right here at the Rail Suite Hotel. It's so beautiful, it's so good, and I'm waiting so I can get into that moment. So don't go anywhere. Don't say because I'm eating you're stepping out. Thank you so much. So now that we have our drinks, we're ready to kick off our Star Personality segment. And like we said earlier, we're here with Celestine Donkor'S. I am so blessed. We've been having, I guess we've cheated you a bit because we've been having a lot of conversation behind the scenes. I've been so blessed, and hopefully you get to enjoy some of that. Our guest presenter is Mildred Asari, and she's joining me today as we speak to Celestine Donkor'S. So welcome, Celestine, and welcome.
Thank you, our guest presenter and our main presenter.
That's right. So Mildred is one of your biggest fans, and she won in our competition. Sent us a very nice video, and
wow.
That's why she's here.
Wow, what did she say in the video?
Hello lovely viewers, this show you're watching is live from EC121 TV, and I'm your host Mildred Asari. Today we have with us an anointed minister of God, motivational speaker, and a woman positivist. She's currently a praise and worship leader as well as a school of worship facilitator at the International Central Gospel Church in Ghana. So without much ado, let's get interactive with Celestine Donkor'S.
What have you been up to lately? And just even before that, who is Celestine Donkor'S?
Okay, Celestine Donkor'S is a musician, a music director. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm a women activist. I'm also a conference speaker. I'm married and I have 3 girls.
I'm sure Mildred has a few questions for you as well.
Okay, Auntie Celestine, my first question is, I want to know what inspired you to start music, gospel music.
In fact, I wasn't inspired to start music. It happened to me by chance. And I love singing right from childhood. I love to sing at home when I'm washing, when I'm cooking. And I love to sing. And I sing like I'm on a stage even in the house. Yes. So my mom saw that, and she tried to gather myself and my other siblings, and then we rehearsed a song which she would teach us. And then she would try to get us to perform at church. It wasn't easy to stand at church for the first time to sing. I told we rehearse in the house, I'll be the loudest at home. But when we get on stage at church, in fact, I only open my mouth to sing. I'm only waiting for the time to just expire. Then they say, go and sit down. Because I was very shy, extremely shy. So, yes, I got busy with church, choir, eventually, and then when I went to school, secondary school, I met this friend who was actually recording. She was the one recording, and she asked me to accompany her to the studio. And then when we went, she was doing her own thing in the studio, and I was sitting at the reception, and I was singing along. Like I always said, anytime I'm singing, I sing it like it's a World Cup, even if nobody's watching. So I was singing, and then the sound engineer was actually not listening to the one recording, but to me. And then after everything, he called me and he was like, "You really sound very good. So would you like to record?" And I'm like, "Why not?" So that was how it all began. So in fact, we recorded my first album back then. Everything came to me on a silver platter. I didn't struggle away looking for a producer. I had studio available. We launched the album. But you know, when something is not driven by your passion, and then it just came to you, you don't take it seriously. I took it as one of my hobbies because I was quite a brilliant student and I was hoping to become a doctor, accountant, enjoy some big money. And then one day someone shared a testimony with me about a song I have dumped somewhere because I wasn't really passionate about it. He shared a testimony with me that he had frustrations in life and he actually wanted to end it by taking in some poison. He made the poison ready to drink and then he decided to play his favorite song. And that favorite song happened to be mine. And then when he started playing the song, he said the words of the song just lifted him up. He fell into tears and started praying. Before he realized it was daybreak, he didn't take the poison and he fell under the anointing alone in the room. So sharing this piece of testimony with me changed my life and changed my passion, actually triggered my passion to take the music seriously. So that was how it happened.
That's definitely some story, and I'm glad you're sharing it with us. I mean, I'm so inspired. And we were talking before we started shooting about, you know, the inspiration behind some of your music, and you shared something very wonderful with us about the Supernatural track.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if, you know, you could share it again. That happens to be it's Mildred's favorite song.
Okay.
And our producer as well. Special shout out to you, Pastor Ishmael. So if you could just bring that back.
Okay. Well, so since then, from that testimony I just shared, I decided that anything I'll write or any lyric I'll put together for a song must first inspire me, must first bless me, and must first get something great out of me. Then I know that anybody else who would listen will also be blessed. That became my kind of motivation. So with the song Supernatural, it's the theme for ICGC Church, which I am a member of the church. So in that year, they released the declaration for the year, which was our year of Supernatural. And Dr. Mensa Otabil has this declaration that is recited or declared at church every Sunday before he preaches. Then it really caught my attention and really blessed me, because before that year I had applied to get admission in university. I did not get, with the same grade I did not get, and I had intended that I would not resit for an exam. But in the year of the Supernatural, I started praying with these declarations. My days on the earth will be like the days of the heavens. The words, I recite it every morning, I pray with it. And I started dreaming, seeing myself on campus, seeing myself in lecture halls, seeing myself with friends. And I don't have admission, so I'm like, then it's the right year for me to apply again. So I did apply, and this time with the same grade I got the admission. So that was how we came about putting all these declarations in a song, Supernatural. Yes.
I really love that story, because I mean, this is the period where young people are receiving their admissions, and some are going to school, and a lot of people are feeling left out. So to know that you had that experience, didn't give up, and you know, even something beautiful came out of that experience. I just want you to say something quickly to those at home who might be facing the same thing. Maybe the list came out, they didn't make it, they're wondering, you know, what's to come of me now. What would you say to someone like that?
It's you see, Dr. Otabil explained that everything that will happen in the physical first happens in the spiritual. And God has a way of ordering our life according to the plan He has for us. I remember when I completed JHS, by the way, I attended Saito school. Do you know Saito? I'm glad you know. So, it wasn't the best of schools, but I happened to be very brilliant and I topped our year by group. Even for my topping, it was a grade 9. And I topped our year badge. So I really wanted to attend Laboni Secondary School. It was my first choice. When I got there, my name was on the list. But unfortunately, we couldn't raise money to meet the admission deadline. So we got the money after the deadline was over. So I went there and they were like, no. I wanted to read accounting, but they wanted to give me home economics. And I said no. And I'm not interested in that. So I went back home with my money so disappointed. The best student of the batch is still at home. Do you know what that means? Those who had 32 plus, they are in school. And the best student is at home when they are telling you how, they are happy and you're home. I was crying. I felt like I should die. So then I was like, well, I was watching TV and I saw an advertisement of a new school. A new school with a very funny name. You know, when you are a youth, you need to have some swag, like Holy Child and Gay, and But when you happen to see a school like Insania, the name is not really nice. And the best student of the school had to settle for, anything because you don't want to be home. You don't want your mate to go and come and tell you stuff and then you are still home. So I said, no, let me just go to this new school. Not knowing God was actually ordering my steps. That was the same school I met my school mother, who they are postgraduates, so they are allowed to go outside of the peripheries of the school to church and all that. So she attends church outside the school. And she invited me to her church because I sang at her school morning devotion and she saw how good I was. So she took me to her church and I went to sing. That was the church Azuma Nelson was. And that very day, the man got up before all the congregation and gave me a scholarship.
Wow.
Yes. And a lot of wonderful things happened to me connecting to that school, which I felt was a disappointment, which I felt was a bad news, which I felt I deserved better. But God has a way of ordering our lives because He knows the future right from the beginning. So if you are home there and it looks like you haven't gotten your choice of school, or you are even being delayed, or you have some sort of constraints anyway, anyhow, just believe that God is up to something. God is up to something.
That is so good. Well, we're going to take a sip of our drink and then we'll take a quick break. But before that, Mildred has a question.
Okay, so Auntie Celestine, again, I want to know, you are an Eve.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you mostly do tree songs.
Do I?
Mostly.
Yes.
So I want to know if there are any challenges as to like where you are coming from and then doing something contrary to
what?
Yeah.
Okay. Fortunately for me, I speak like 4 Ghanaian languages, and I do speak like 2 foreign languages. So I am a bilingual, multilingual or whatever. So for me, music is capable of carrying anything. It has no barrier to language at all. Once it is good and it sounds good, it doesn't matter the language. But we need to be strategic in the world, in the systems of the world, and realize that the tree is the most popular language in Ghana, and that English is like global. So because of where I am, I know that I need to position myself strategically so that my songs will be appreciated. But I tell you that most of my songs, even well appreciated, are those done in my language. Okay. And then a bit of English. The tree is trying. Yeah. So I've come to realize that my strength and my relevance actually is my ability to diversify in terms of language. Yeah. So I don't see that as a barrier at all. I think my people, the Ever people, are proud of me because even the piece of Ever, the one line I do in songs, mine and others, is powerful.
So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we definitely have a lot more. I'm sure you can see the excitement in my eyes as I prepare for this. And we haven't even gotten into our meal yet, so you definitely get to see some of that. Make sure you come down to the Real Sweet and get for yourself a cocktail or something. We'll be right back. Thank you for staying tuned, and it's still our star personality, and we're with Celestine Donkor'S and Mildred, our guest presenter of the day. And we're jumping straight back into our hangout session.
Yes, Mom. I want to know, you mentioned performing. So I want to know, Christians who do things for Christ, maybe dance, rap, singing, do they minister or they perform?
I can't say for others, but those two words you use, performance and ministration, they both coexist in our industry. Okay, there are people that are purely performers and there are people who minister. I believe that our music thing is a creative act, and whether you like it or not, you can minister and then make it very interesting and powerful also. Like, the focus shouldn't be to entertain only, but to also bless. At the end of the day, people should go home with God in their spirit. So I wouldn't say performance is not good, but for a gospel related stuff, it must minister more. The focus should be more on how it ministers than the delivery of the performance. Yes,
my final question. I want you to advise the youth who are upcoming and want to do music.
Well, I would say that if you want to do music or you want to do anything at all, thinkable or unthinkable in this world, believe in it, pursue it, and get it done. Because everything that we imagine, we think about, is possible. It's possible to happen. I believe that our Ghanaian music industry needs to discover new talents, because some of us here today, life is season and time. We may be in our season, but tomorrow will be another person's season. And so there is more room in the industry for up and coming ones. It's not choked at all. If somebody tells you that I'm doing gospel music, I don't have money, it's because they have their own problems. It's not because there is no money in it. No. I've had two cars as a gift. Yes, I've traveled out, and I don't. It's not to say what I have, but a lot of things has come as a result of the fact that I'm doing gospel music. And trust me, we are better off than the secular people. And I'll repeat it again. We are better off than the secular people. Success is not all about accumulation of wealth. Success is about living your dream and seeing it happen. That is success. But what the advantage we have is that even though we are pursuing our dreams, we are saving lives, and we are making God proud. And for me, that is success. And so anything that will make God proud, your dream, your aspirations, pursue it to the latter. Don't never give up. If you dream today and you don't give up, in the next 2-3 years, you will see your dream coming to pass. But if you give up, you just waste your time and waste your talent. So the youth of today, don't give up at all. I actually meet people with brilliant ideas, brilliant voice, brilliant concept, brilliant styles of music, but they just don't push. The youth of today, some are very lazy. Very lazy. And another problem I really want to tell the youth is the ability to actually learn, submit, and be brought out. I discover some talents around me, and I would love to use my resources to see how we can also bring them out. But attitude, and they can't submit, they can't work under rules and regulations. It's what actually is the problem. For if you have a talent and you have not been discovered and your talent is not being promoted, your talent is nothing. So it's a blessing to get somebody to help you out. Let's say you are a host now. Trust me, whoever gave you this opportunity has done you good. Even if you are not earning much today, as per your commitment and your submission and your ability to just run along, keep up and obey, you realize that you may not earn much today, but it has become a treasure, a package to your own life, and an experience that no one can take away from you. So the youth of today should learn how to submit, work under authority. Is greater, and it will take ordinary talent far. But if you have super talent and you don't know how to submit, you remain where you are.
We're so blessed, we're thrilled. So we're moving into the second part of this, and what can I say? Don't jealous me. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Thank God I made it. Oh, we know by the Spirit, and nothing just control it. It's in my blood now. Thank God I made it. Oh, we know by the Spirit, and nothing just control. I'm down in the building. Down in the building. Thank God I made it. Oh, we know by the Spirit, and nothing just control it. It's in my blood now. Thank God I made it. Oh, we know by the Spirit, and nothing just control it. It's in my blood now. Thank God I made it. Thank God I made it. This one is in my blood. Thank God I made it. Thank God I made it. Thank God I made it. I'm on the His grace. I made it. Thank God it's in my blood. It's in my blood. This one is in my blood. Yeah, it's in my blood. Don't put on your lace. Rolls Royce to the match of the place. I'm on the His grace. This one pass human race. I said I run my race. Baba God don't give me grace. Now we run this place. See me fresh like Pastor Chris. I got too good in the look face. Superstar, now we be number one. One by one, we gonna carry the go. Every day we rise to the top.
So we're at the end of our hangout, and I'd like to say you're invited, but you have to come down for yourself. We've been treated like royalty, I tell you. And you know how we do it, EC121. We spoil our guests, and Real Sweet's doing a wonderful job. Every meal on point. Before we wrap up this session, I want to find out from Celestine what you'd like to say to our viewers about this hangout session, and you know what you have to tell them about EC121. Just from.
In fact, I've been blown away. You don't want to know what I've eaten right now, okay? The food is good, and I've enjoyed myself. I only wish it was my birthday. So, thank you, EC121. But please put me on the show next week, and the next week, and the next one. because this treat I deserve more. Thank you so much, and hey, keep watching EC121. We do nothing but preach Christ. That's what it's all about.
It's been a great time with her, and I think those out there thinking otherwise about Celestine Donkor, you really need to meet her, because she's such a humble soul. So keep watching her, keep following her, and your life will be blessed.
Okay, and what would you say to those out there who are thinking that maybe this whole personality of the month or star personality, those who are thinking that it's a fraud, what would you say to them? Would you encourage them to partake in the next one? Was the food good for you?
It's awesome. As you can see, I'm enjoying. Everything here has been superb. You should participate anytime you get the opportunity. It's a great show.
All right, so that's it for our star personality, and definitely make sure you partake in the next one. I need you to, so that I can come back to some more great food. All right, so do it for me. Okay? All right, we'll be right back.
Oh, nice hanging out with you.
All right, before we go, I want to say a special thank you to Thick Line Productions, the brain behind everything we do. If you're looking at the quality, you're enjoying it, it's because they're at work. Also, thank you to the EC121 TV crew. Without you guys, I mean, we can't do what we do. Also, Rail Suites Hotel for keeping us here and, giving us that sumptuous meal that we had on the show. So God bless you all, and especially you, the viewer, watching us right now. We want to say thank you to you for being, being who you are, loving us through the beginning to the end. And I know you've been enjoying our bloopers, so I'm sure we have a few for you. My producer is looking at me, so I gotta go. But don't forget, same time right here on this show, check us out on all our social media platforms. We're EC121 TV across board, and look out for that big surprise I have for you. Trust me, it's definitely worth the wait. Remember, EC121 TV, we're preaching Christ through entertainment. What do you choose?